Nancy whiskey, 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 Nancy, oh. Nancy Mendel whiskey. Thank you very much, Nancy. Oh, whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey, 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 Nancy, oh. Thank you. I am a weaver, a Carlton weaver, I am a rash and a roving blade. I got silver in the bridges, can't follow the rolling flare. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey, 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 Nancy, oh. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey, 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 Nancy, oh. As I came up by Glasgow City, Nancy whiskey I changed to smell, so I again sat down beside her. 7 long years I loved her well. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey, 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 Nancy, oh. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey, 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 Nancy, oh. The mare I kissed her, the mare I loved her, the mare I loved her, the mare she smiled, and I forgot me mother's speech. Nancy soon had me got whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey, 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 Nancy, oh. So whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey, 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 Nancy, oh. I woke up early in the morning, the slightly crawling, there was a meaning. I tried to rise, but I was no able, for Nancy had me by the knee. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey, 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 Nancy, oh. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey, 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 Nancy, oh. I was the landlady, what's the reckoning? Tell me what I have to buy. 15 shillings is the reckoning, pay me quickly and go away. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey, 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 Nancy, oh. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey, 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 Nancy, oh. So I went to buy Glasgow whiskey, Nancy whiskey I changed to smell. I get a drink 4 and 6, and all I'm left with was a group of Scéal. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey, 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 Nancy, oh. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey, 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 Nancy, oh. I came back to the Carlton weaving, surely made the shackles fine, for I made more at the Carlton weaving than I ever did on the rolling thread. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey, 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 Nancy, oh. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey, 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 Nancy, oh. Come on, you weavers, you Carlton weavers, all you weavers, wherever you may be, beware of whiskey, Nancy whiskey, she ruined you, she ruined me. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey, 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 Nancy, oh. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey, 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 Nancy, oh. Thank you for the whiskey.